You are in tune to Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, and I'm your host, Yo Jules EJ. Welcome back. Another weekly episode of, Who Do You Got? That's right. We are taking on another theme tonight that we've done in the past, not too long ago, as a matter of fact. Welcome back to the best storytelling rap songs of all time, Volume 2. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Make some noise for the best storytelling rap songs of all time. One time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to give you a dose of this hip-hop. Like I said, we're going to give you a golden era. We're going to give you battles. We're going to give you discussions. We're going to play songs and music all evening. Definitely a reminisce kind of vibe that goes on around here.
Hold on, Jules. What's the golden era of hip-hop?
It's a discussion. Shoot, we can have a whole episode on that. Let's someone write that down.
I want to know your opinion. I want to know you said it.
I'm starting off already.
I'm gonna say 1990. I'm gonna say the 90s in general.
That's the golden era. Okay.
The golden era to me. Now, that's not to take away anything from the before or after, because I know there's a big set of fans that love the 80s, and I think the 2000s definitely deserves the respect, even though the sound changed at the time, but it definitely was soundtrack to our lives, especially everybody in this room right here. Again, the category for tonight crosses all those decades. That's the beautiful thing about it. You know what I'm saying? So again, just joining us, best storytelling rap songs of all time, Volume 2. If you didn't join us the first time, Volume 1 was a treat. You can actually watch it right here. Max, let them see what it is. That's right. We have songs by Slick Rick, Children's Story, Biggie's Story to Tell, Ice Cube's It Was a Good Day, Eminem's Stan, Gangstar, Just to Get a Rep, and Nas, I Gave You Power. All songs were in the battle. I will not be revealing the winner. Again, tune into the episode. The link will be in the description. Triple C, do we happen to have a list of some new countries that have been tuning in lately?
Oh, new countries.
Well, new countries that come back, whatever. Maybe people never heard it for the first time. Go ahead.
Going backwards, Jamaica, we got Mexico, India, we got France, Canada, Germany, UK.
Listen, if the stats allowed it, they don't give us the states. But we know we heavy in the country too. You know what I'm saying? Like we see it in the analytics, but it doesn't break down the cities, unfortunately. But if you want to shout out your city in the comments, leave it in the chat, leave it in the comments, shout your city out, let us know where you're tuning in from. Let's go ahead and introduce everybody just to show you where all over the place everybody is. Let's start all the way on the West Coast. My man, the real Kool B, aka Cool Breeze, coming from California. Sir, what is going on tonight?
Chilling, man. What's going on, group? How's everybody?
You sent in some contributions to tonight's list. We're going to go ahead and run through that in a little while. DJ Hobo, 2 Up, 2 Down, Virginia's finest, Triple T radio representative. What is up, sir?
What's going on?
Let's go ahead and keep talking to people from that run things around here, cut checks, and sometimes even void them. My man, executive producer Triple C, executive producer Triple C in the building. Triple C from Queens. What is going on, Playboy?
Yeah, I'm ready for some stories.
Talk to my man all the way, our radio station friends all the way on Long Island. That's right. We talk about Street FM representative Ike Infamous in the building. That's
Peace,
right.
What up, man?
You've been on the air for 25 years.
No, 22 years.
20. You should just let it
22.
ride.
Nah, man, because saying this year, Street FM ties the longest running underground hip hop radio show in New York State ever.
Give it
this
up one
year,
time.
July 18th. You know what I mean?
Man, Ike Infamous. My man, my man. Ike Infamous in the building, always representing. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk to my man that comes from the South at this point in time for us. My man, DJ Malcontent in the building. ETL representative. I don't want to forget to shout out to A. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Listen, sir. Glad to have you back as usual.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to be on this one, man. The last one was so dope. That was such a dope show. So I'm glad to be on this one.
It was a great show. Like I said, let's wrap things up. My man, DJ Scantastico, representing all the way to that East Coast. DJ Scantastic, a.k.a. Baba Midi. What is going on, sir?
What up, man? What's going on?
Like I said, everybody in this room right now contributed, like I said, a sort of list to basically come up with the list that we'll be playing with tonight. And for those who don't know, like I said, we sort of raffle up the battle that goes on this evening. So let's go ahead and talk about the first set of songs that will be, played this evening. Let's go ahead and talk about entry number 1, Mobb Deep with Trife Life. This came through a few times on the list today, more than once is what I mean.
Trife Life or more Trife Life?
Trife Life specifically.
Okay.
All right. Stepping up again in the second portion of tonight's best storytelling rap songs of all time, Volume 2 battle is another amazing group. It's right. Ike Infamous, calm down. Let's try to relax. We talking about Public Enemy. That's right. More than once on the list with Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos.
Roosevelt, Freeport, Nassau, Long Island, man. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Roosevelt, Long Island. Another entry that came in more than once. Actually, I'm going to stop saying it because all these entries came in more than once. It just sounds good. Another entry that came in more than once. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 with The Message.
Yes, sir.
All right.
The
All
original.
right. We got a couple of bangers tonight for volume 2. Cats wasn't playing. Listen, we're going to keep talking about the rest of this list because I said we're talking 6 songs that are playing the styles of tonight's battle. That's right. We're talking about music all evening. All right. Next up, we're talking about a little somebody from Brooklyn, a little somebody who started out as a teenager. Again, not often referred to as one of the early, participants in this young man's game at the time, setting the tone. Special Ed with The Mission.
Nice.
Interesting.
And again,
Nice.
we agreed on this particular record. We're going to talk about the next contributor to the list.
Banger.
The banger, by the way. That's right. But we have 2 more bangers to talk about. Let's talk about Kool Rap and DJ Polo, the Ill Street Blues. That's right. Another storytelling classic on the list. That's right. None but classics at the moment. It's going to be an interesting evening. And wrapping things up, it wouldn't make any sense to not have this particular artist when you have the word storytelling involved. We're talking about Scarface, Seen a Man Die, up on the list right now. Again, this is going to be an interesting evening. Like I said, we're going to figure out the order of things as it goes. We are talking about round number 1 going to be Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 going up against Public Enemy, Black Steel, the Hour of Chaos.
That's interesting. That's a very interesting one
Okay,
already.
okay.
Yeah.
That's groups and 80s, and there's a lot to go by right there. Oh, shit. This is going to be a good one right there. That's round number 1. We have Mobb Deep Trife Life going up against number 5, Kool Rap and DJ Polo, Ill Street Blues.
Ooh,
Wow.
Queens on Queens violence.
Wow.
Queen's Violence.
Oh, that should be a
Violence.
good one.
Real.
Let's wrap things up. That obviously leaves the last round. Obviously talking about The Mission by Special Ed going up against Scarface, Seen a Man Die. Tonight, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Best storytelling rap songs of all time. Volume 2, it goes down. Ooh, it's going to be a good one tonight. Round number 1, The Message versus Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. That means basically Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 going up against Public Enemy. Let's start out with The Message. Long intro. It's real dramatic.
I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. My brother's doing fast on my mother's TV. Says she watches too much, it's just not healthy. All my children in the daytime, Dallas at night. Can't even see the game or the Sugar Ray fight. The bill collectors, they ring my phone and scare my wife when I'm not home. Got a bum education, double-digit inflation. Can't take the train to the job, there's a strike at the station. Neon King Kong standing on my back, can't stop to turn around. Broke my sacroiliac, a mid-range migraine, cancer membrane. Sometimes I think I'm going insane, I swear I might hijack a plane. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like
Thanks for your face, London. Everybody in the house make some noise. I want everybody in the house to say, ho! Yo, Chuck, kick it to him, man.
A ballad behind bars, or you could say real rock from the rock, an unusual musical happening in a most unusual place. The state prison
I got a letter from the government the other day. I opened and read it. It said they were suckers. They wanted me for their army or whatever. Picture me giving a damn. I said never. Here is a land that never gave a damn about a brother like me and myself because they never did. I wasn't with it, but just that very minute it occurred to me. The suckers had authority. Cold sweating as I dwell in my cell. How long has it been? They got me sitting in a state pen. I gotta get out, but that thought was thought before. I contemplated a plan on the cell floor. I'm not a fugitive on the run, but a brother like me begun to be another one. Public enemy serving time, they drew the line, y'all. They criticized me for some crime. Nevertheless, they could not understand that I'm a black man and I can never be a veteran. On the strength of situations unreal, I got a raw deal, so I'm looking for the steel.
Hey, yo, Chuck, you serious? You in the justice, man?
Word 'em up, I'm looking for that steel.
Yo, man, we gonna break you out of there, man. We ain't going out like that, man.
Don't you know they got me rotten in the time that I'm serving, telling you what happened the same time they're throwing. Four of us packed in a cell like slaves. Oh well, the same motherfucker got us living in his hell. You have to realize what is the form of slavery, organized under a swarm of devils. Straight up, word 'em up on the level. The reasons are several, most of them federal. Here's my plan anyway, and I say I got gusto, but only some I can trust. Yo, some do a bid from 1 to 10, but I never did, and plus I never been. I'm on a tier with no tears should ever fall. Cell blocked and locked, I never clock it, y'all. Cause time and time again, time they got me serving to those to them. I'm not a citizen, but ever when I catch a CO, sleeping on the job, my plan is on go ahead. I want to strength, I'ma tell you the deal. I got nothing to lose, cause I'm going for the steel.
Hey, yo, Chuck, we gonna break you out of here, man. Words of strength, G.
I'm going for that steel.
Word up, G. They trying to put a black eye in the game by keeping you in there, you know what I'm saying? But they can't keep a good man down.
Got it, got me in the self.
Hey, yo, Chuck, we got
Got
the...
it,
Y'all ain't gonna stop me, man.
got me in the self. Got it,
Hey, yo, Chuck, taking them out.
got me in the self.
Hey, yo, Chuck,
Don't you know I caught a CO?
That's Long Island, just in case.
All
That's
of the
Long Island.
sleep,
That's
man.
Long Island. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be clear, that's New York.
Oh yeah, now you want to say New York, right?
Oh, now it's New York.
That's Long Island, the
Always been
same
New
place that
York.
Queens, the same island that Queens is on. You know what I mean?
Listen.
Holding it down, representing.
Just like Westchester and the Bronx and upstate New
Yeah,
York. All
like-
New York. Oh,
like you heard-
New York.
Like you heard when he introduced you, he's something like way out there. Like,
He always said that shit. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all
Long
good.
Island's so big, it's broken up into two, North and South. Y'all got your own civil wars.
Hey, Jules, that's Albany and the Bronx. It's the same.
I'm just saying, like, how
Right,
Long Island
right.
want to be? How Long Island want to be in the conversation? They got Suffolk and Nassau fighting each other. I don't understand.
Right.
We let you Bloods and Crips take care of this on your own time. We're too adults for
We're
that.
not going to talk about Queens and Brooklyn, right? On Long Island having their own.
We
You know
better-
what?
We
I
better not.
digress. I digress.
We better not, unless you want to talk about it in the comments. Make sure you leave it here 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday night live here on Twitch. East Beats Around. Listen, we just played 2 bangers that have to do with best storytelling rap songs of all time, and it's crazy because both songs are by groups, right? Both songs are by songs that came out in the 80s. The Message was 82?
82?
And Black Steel and Narrow Counts was 89.
88.
And what we're talking about here is storytelling, and it's interesting because it's not your average storytelling, right? It's the kind of perception of like this. I'm telling you storytelling about what's my environment. at the
Yeah.
moment. You know what I'm saying? It's not like no takeaway from Slick Rick or anything like that, but like a children's story where it's like this is a story about Dave, the crack fiend smoking. It's like okay, it's like all these little things, but this one's more like nah, I got a letter from the governor. You know what I'm saying? It's like oh, and then you got broken glass everywhere, the iconic opening line, right? To hip hop, right? To like the mass. It's like oh shit. I mean, you see movies where there's white people dancing to this shit. They're just the Message, and it's like this was the one rap record, before sort of Sugar Hill Gang, was dropping Rapper's Delight, was which came first, by the way, Rapper's Delight.
Delight came out in 79.
Scan you on mute. And but this is what you're referencing, Jules. That the Message is a very huge, iconic crossover record.
Oh, yeah. It was exact crossover at the time, 100%. This was one of the few rap records that was getting that noise and that attention, and it wasn't a lot of attention at the time. I mean, compared to what comparison to what a record gets today. But again, the one indie rap record, the black record of the time, it was kind of like, oh, this is interesting. They're talking about the Bronx and how dirty it is. Pay attention, and people did. And then
Very real song, man.
Yeah,
Too real.
and then the evolution of the next version of it, which is again more of a slap you in your face for even trying to get me to participate in your white activities. You know what I'm saying? I got a letter. Picture me. Picture me. Picture it. You know what I'm saying?
Locked
You
up.
got me in prison. Now you want me to fight for you?
Picture me giving a damn. I said never.
Yeah, man.
It's a beautiful thing. Like I said, the evolution of both these records and what they represent. Because again, it's not your average storytelling kind of record. So again, DJ Hobo already put it in the chat booth. I mean, excuse me, in the chat room. Make sure you leave your vote in the voting booth. We're gonna figure out what's going on in this room as well. Let's start with my man Malcontent. Malcontent, between the message of Black Steel and the Hour of Chaos, who do you got?
Yeah, man. I mean, absolute classics. This is a tough one, but for me, for the specific theme of what we're doing, I'm going with Black Steel. And the reason why I'm gonna give you a quick reason is because like Chuck is actually telling like a linear story about him and his situation while he's in prison and what happens next and what happens next and what happens next. Now I love what what Melly Mel did, what they did, with the message, because that kind of like brought you like into the complete, whole atmosphere of like, South Park, whatever, whatever portion of like, the Bronx, whatever, for other, like you said, the white folks that heard it's like, oh my God, it painted like a picture of everything. But it's more like showing like everything. It's not really a linear story. So for me, storytelling, hip hop, this is like, Black Steel is the one.
That's the one. First vote in, Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. Malcontent putting his vote down. Let's obviously go to Long Island for the next representation of voting in the room. Ike Infamous in the building. Again, Public Enemy versus Grammys, The Flash and the Furious 5. Two legendary groups. Who do you got?
Two legendary groups, two legendary songs, legendary lyrics, and I think I have to give a note to both the production on both of these records. I'm going to keep it LI and go with Public Enemy on my vote, but I can't imagine what that must have been like when they finished the message and you actually left in '82. With that drum that like somebody had referenced it in the chat where songs were like 6 or 7 minutes long because you had to enjoy what you were able to create because you didn't have too many times or too many opportunities to do it. So to have an intro to the message like that is so fire. But and both records are so iconic. But I got to represent LI on this one, of course, because just the intro and just the message that comes across with Black Steel it'll always forever be. So.
Got you. DJ Scandalous.
Man.
Same question as well. A quick question to the producers in the room too.
Sure.
I'm talking to you as well. We know obviously who did Public Enemy's production. It was in house. So we're talking about Hank Shockley and Keith Shockley. Who do we know who produced the message?
I'm not sure. I want to speculate, but I'm not sure.
Sure. I don't know offhand. And for as many times as you heard different renditions or
That's
people reference to it, you would think that the name or it would be like a common name like that.
I mean,
but I don't know.
Was it Flash? I mean, was he produced?
I want to say it was somebody. I could be totally wrong. I want to say
Jazzy J?
Larry somebody.
Larry Smith?
The interwebs says Edward G. Fletcher and Sylvia Robinson.
Okay, interesting.
Okay.
We know who stole publishing, but who made the
beat? But Sylvia Robinson, right?
But
he stole the publishing. That means it's the other guy who made the beat.
But think about that. Like we can laugh and joke about it now because it's 2025. But when you think about the environment they're coming from, and I just saw something on Instagram talking about look where these areas of the Bronx now as compared to that time when we're talking about the message. I don't think they were thinking that this record was going to be as iconic as it is. Like they knew it was going to hit.
I'm glad you said that because that's kind of where part of what I was going to say is kind of what you just hit on right now. Like the reason why the message even came out in the first place because it described the Bronx during the late 70s, especially after they built the Cross Bronx Expressway earlier before that. So this record, both of these records actually are socially aware records or social records really describing the conditions. Like the difference between these records, right, versus like a lot of hip hop now, or even hip hop of like, let's say, even some of the mid-90s, like this was we made it up in the studio. We heard about somebody talking about it. This was actually, we're gonna go outside and see the Bronx is on fire right now.
This is literally where we're coming from, and that's why even doing the video for the message was so important to get back into the Bronx and the show. Like this is where we're coming from. So like it's crazy because I almost want to say that the message has such a bigger iconic because it was a larger crossover record than the Black Steel. But I think just me, personally, myself, with the Black Steel, my heart sings. You know what I'm saying? As much as I love the message.
And
Yeah,
I would say,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna answer. I'm gonna answer right now, Jules. The message too. I think was one of the first records too that kind of gave you that glimpse into what was happening in the urban areas of New York at the time. Now, with that being said, I think me personally, my vote is for Public Enemy, but I think the Public Enemy record is the response to the message.
Yeah.
After so much has happened from that time period of the message going into 88, 89, it's like, well, look at what happened back then. And I got left for the government saying, come like, nah, I ain't rocking with you because look at what happened earlier. I could never be down with that. Not only from the 82, but just the overall history. If you really deep dive into the history of America and these areas, you can really appreciate, if you know American history, in particular for African Americans, you can really appreciate what Chuck is saying just a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
So for me, I'm gonna go with Public Enemy based over that because it's a response from me to the message, and it drives the message. It drives the message even more, in my opinion.
Makes sense. Makes total sense.
Okay.
Again, we have 3 votes in at the moment for Public Enemy with Black Steel and the Hour of Chaos. Let's talk to my man DJ Hobo. Hobo, what are you thinking about between these 2 great records?
First I want to shout out the homie DJ B Sharp. Shout out to you.
B Sharp in the building.
I'm gonna go with the message, man, because for me, not having grown up in an urban environment, growing up in a rural environment, to see that picture and to see that video and to see that the depiction of what the Bronx was, which and I think Bree said it in the chat, it looked like a bomb went off in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy, man. And then to have them put words to that, I got to go with that, man. I got to go.
The message definitely stands and takes it holds a chapter in hip hop, metaphorical books.
These records are still relevant to this day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know if Black Hour of Chaos gets its own chapter though, because I feel like you could have a chapter dedicated to the message. Like the title itself.
I don't know. I think you can have a chapter to Black Hour.
I think it's thrown.
You can.
It's not that it's not as important. It's just that the message was just like one of the first.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was just about to say.
Not that it's just another, because that's not what I mean, but it's like it doesn't have a first sort of significance to it. Like the message is like a first.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad you picked it, Hobo. Like I said, because we were looking at 3 votes at one point in time right now with Public Enemy in the lead. We'll see what the rest of the room is thinking. But again, the message, it gets like in most hip hop books, it's coming up.
Of course.
I mean, it has to, right? It has
coming
to.
up. I'm not even talking about it should. In most hip hop books you read today, if they're gonna talk about the history of Kool Herc and this and that, they're gonna talk about Rappers Delight.
And the message. Yeah.
It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Triple C from executive producer let me do it again. Triple C from the executive producer triple side of Queen's side of things. Sir, between these 2 records, who are you choosing?
I'm going with Public Enema.
Right,
but
Witherspoon.
But as like Scan was saying, I feel like both songs like same coin, 2 different sides, and the story still remains the same.
That's true.
Yeah, man. The Public Enemy record, man. Like again, knowing what Chuck is saying. Like I said, that's why I kind of say you have to go into the history a little bit, because if you even understand like the Vietnam War and these different things, like that's what that's tapping into. It's tapping into a little bit more. That's why I kind of like give the Black Steel a different look. That's why I said it's more of a response to the message.
I mean, we see what the math is like right now, but I just want to point out real quick. In fact, if we can get B Sharp's opinion, because I see him standing up for the message a little bit. Does that mean you're picking the message? Because again, I feel like kind of, I'm still going to get some more votes at this point, but like I said, the math is already math, and it looks like we know who the winner of this round is going to be. I just want to make sure the message got a little bit of sort of flowers while we're here. But yeah, let me know what you're thinking about B Sharp. Like I said, I'm just curious to know what you're thinking between these 2 records. So we have currently 4 votes in the room for Black Steel, 1 for the message, and I believe Cool Breeze, you are last and least, but not least, excuse me. Who do you got between the message and Black Steel?
Man, this was a tough one, and especially when everybody started giving their input and breaking everything down. But like I said, slight edge. I'm gonna go with Public Enemy on this one.
Public Enemy getting that last vote and paying attention. Round number one, we were talking about best storytelling rap songs of all time. We drew the raffle to decide what the rounds are going to be. The Message by the Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five going up against Public Enemy's Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos taking the win by a large margin, meaning that it's moving on to the next round. Let's keep it pushing.
The production on both of those records are top notch, though. Top notch production on both of those records.
Standing the test of time. Jules, we got to see what the people said.
Yes, please. My bad. Go. And I see B Sharp in the chat said he was gonna go.
And one more thing before we move on. If anybody gets a chance at home, go when this hits YouTube. Go on YouTube and look at the Bronx footage from the 1980s.
Oh yeah. No, it looks like a bomb went off.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's crazy.
They used to say the Bronx is on fire. Like
was it Jimmy Carter or was it Reagan? Jimmy Carter went to the Bronx, right?
That was Jimmy Carter.
Reagan.
Okay.
Jimmy Carter went first and was like, "This is fucked up."
Oh yeah.
and Reagan, I think, talked about it but never went. Like he went.
I think Nancy Reagan went to the Bronx.
I think she might have went. Yeah.
She went to the Bronx and she was looking around.
And they stuck her up.
When you look at that footage, it looks like it. And no disrespect to anybody's country, but it looks like a third world country.
No, it did.
Yeah, it does.
It looked bad.
Yeah, it looks really bad.
No, Jules Reagan went to, when he was campaigning, he went to the Bronx.
He went to the Bronx?
It's a funny video. It's a funny video.
Of course, they need that vote. They need the vote.
They needed votes, baby.
They was giving him the business.
Yeah, the Bronx? No, but listen, wasn't no place safe except for maybe, like I said, Queens. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming Staten Island. And you know, certain parts of Manhattan back at that time. Brooklyn was, and even the white parts of Brooklyn were like, hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, hey, what are you doing here?
That's right. What the fuck are you doing here? Even the white parts were like that. So like I said, like Brooklyn and the Bronx were always on high alert, like at all times. Like I said, certain parts of Queens, but like
put the accent on. Hey, what are you doing over here?
You know, that's what I said. What the fuck are you doing over here? Like, hey, listen. It went down. Listen, again, New York City was a special time in the fucking 70s and 80s. We basically came to the conclusion of the first portion, like I said, of the round. Basically, Public Enemy taking home the win, getting them on to the next round. We're gonna keep playing music all night. Like I said, Eads, Beats, and Rhymes every Monday night. Join us here for music where we, you know, like I said, pick our favorite songs over others. Let's talk about the next round of best storytelling rap songs of all time. Again, out of the hat, we chose a couple of records, and the round goes as follows. We are talking about Mobb Deep with Trife Life going up against Kool Rap and DJ Polo with the Ill Street Blues. Let's talk about it. Havoc versus Trackmasters. Yeah, black. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. I did say Trackmasters, so those not paying attention. I did say Trackmasters. You can catch that episode right here, by the way. That's dropping soon, too. It'll be right here. Trackmasters versus the Hitman. Make sure you check it out. Let's talk about it. Mobb Deep, Trife Life. Pay attention. This is what I think most people think about when they think of storytelling type
Some
of
girl at Pick House said, I like you a lot. God.
That's so innocent.
Check it out now. Hold up, Shane. Shit is ill, kid. Being that we live in a motherfucking trife life.
Such a fire sample. Right? Such a fire sample.
So McCon is
baseline is crazy.
What happened, son? Crazy. You believe this shit.
It's just another day. Drowning my troubles with a 40. That's when I got the call from this brown skin shorty. She asked me where's my crew at. Said we could do whatever. She got her crew too and said that we should get together. I said alright, just call me back in an hour so I can take a shower and gather up the manpower. Then I hung up the horn, and I thought to myself that it might be on. Cause this trick ain't pick up the phone and call me in years. Ever since I left the whole lonely in tears, ain't no telling where the friends putting up in the ears. Ideas are setting me up, I'm not trying to hear.
Check it out, Shane.
So we take the gas for precautions. Plus it's trick, live in Brooklyn, home of the coffin. She might got a whole battalion of bucktowners waiting for us to get up off the train and surround us. Or maybe I'm blowing this shit out of proportion, but this shit do happen to
niggas very often, so fuck it. A nigga gotta do what he meant to. My crew got my back, fuck the world is my mental. We put together 5 soldiers, the bitch called my blood curdle. Told me to meet her on Myrtle. Got to the plaza, we're waiting for the G train. We put a plan together, just in case the beef came. Now we best stop down, far from home and on unknown ground. All together we 6 deep with 5 feet, nothing sweet. First nigga frontin' getting lifted off his fucking feet. It took eternity to reach our destination. My heartbeat is racing like a cardiac patient. We finally got to Myrtle outside the train station. I saw not a soul, told my people to be patient. But hold up, that's when a black caravan rolls up. My legs then froze up, I grabbed my pound. Told my man eyes open cause it might go down. Say he don't like the way the shit is starting to sound. Every angle of the car was smoked out and tinted, so we couldn't tell if the enemy was in it. It might have been TNT. I wasn't trying to wait to see. We jetted through Marcy, cause these ain't bagging me. Worse, son, they got us on the run, done. See, yo, check it out, check it out, check it out, yo. Trife life got me thinking like an animal. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, yo. Look at you, is what you don't know. Okay, check.
Yeah, word up, word the mother. Here comes G-Rap with another one, y'all. We gon' swing this like this. I'm right in front of my front step, thinking of a plan, looking like Raggedy Ann or doing hand, kicking a can. Thinking of a plate to pull some bacon, because I'm dead and stinking. So's on my shoes winking, t-shirt is shrinking. Soon I see some thighs in my eyes open wide, quick. Who's that with the chick? Bill blast my sidekick. What's up, black? Give his hand a smack. The nut pulls a Cadillac, your baby will be back. Jump right on the side, not too many people saw us thinking about who gotta get robbed because the mob got a job for us. They drove us down to the silver section of town where the clowns dare be paying for protection. They want us to send up my sister Jimmy the bartender, lend a friend of money next year ripping off his car fenders. He's coming up short cause he snorts coke, dope, nope, but hope he don't get caught. He owes some Benjamin Franklin's, every last bit of them, but Jimmy's pockets are empty, so now we gotta get rid of him. But Jimmy's wife is with him and they don't wanna involve her. Hopped out the back seat, they gave me a revolver. Blast you, distract him, while I go and whack him. Enter through the back side of the bar and then attack him. He's screaming for his life, reaching for his wife. Shot him in the back of the head and tricked him with a knife. And that goes for anybody, they gotta pay their dues. You lose, cause I got the ill street blues. You lose, cause I got the ill street blues. You lose, cause I got the ill street blues. You lose, cause I got the ill street blues. You lose, cause I got the ill street. Suckers are clap.
Ooh, man.
Ooh, skip this round. Skip this round.
So Trill smiling the whole time.
Is that
Just like that's what I'm talking about.
both was gripping that nickel plated underneath the screen the whole time, like
Both of them music.
both of them music.
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, that's like we roll around the Jay Reed popping off as strangers on the street with blanks. You know what I'm saying? Listen, two very, very street, two very, very Queens, two very, very 90s records. Again, both kind of like, again, falling into the same category just like the last round of storytelling, right? This is kind of, theatrical, very fantastical, fantasy driven, but very story driven and very violent in both scenarios. But both very, depending on your lifestyle, very believable and relatable to a certain degree. Let's talk about Mobb Deep's Trife Life going up against Kool Rap and DJ Polo's Ill Street Blues. Once again, we're talking about Havoc on the beats on one side with the Trackmasters. That's right, I said the Trackmasters on the Ill Street Blues. For those that don't know, like I said, they were making that kind of production before they got to the shiny suit era of things. Go ahead. I say, if you guys listen, Hobo already put it in the voting. He put the voting booth in the chat room. Make sure you get your votes in there. Like I said, let's talk about it real quick. Matter of fact, Hobo, let's start with you. Let's talk about it. Mobb Deep, Pat, DJ Polo.
Damn it. Actually, you know what, man? Respectfully to Kool Rap and the mastery of MCing that he has given us then and to this day.
Storyteller.
Big shout out to him. But to my man B Sharp also said it in the chat. Trife Life put me up on game about these shorties, man. Take a dude's word, don't ever go see a chick.
Listen, you and B Sharp should be glad you never had a lifestyle to introduce you to shorties that were thinking about setting your ass up.
I am very but as an adult, I definitely had some opportunities to be in some sketchy situations.
As an adult, you're right. As an adult,
Havoc told me on this song, don't go see a chick. And
he did that, so we didn't have to do that.
He did that for us. He taught us the way. So I got
in the lobby, kid.
So you go with Trife Life.
I'm going with Trife Life.
Oh,
Scanner's already chiming in with the ad lib, so I need to find out from you right now. Like, who do you got?
Man, yo, this is super tough, man. I don't want to pick because I identify with the Trife Life record too. So it's like it's one of those things, but I'll say it like this. I guess from the sensibilities of just the more iconic record, if I have to go with it, I have to go Ill Street and Kool Rap. And then also, I think I said it before, but one of the things I'll never forget, I think I mentioned it here, years ago, I was teaching in Vietnam, and one of the kids in Vietnam was like, yo, Kool Rap is one of my favorite MCs, and I was in Vietnam.
Wow.
And that always resonated with me to this day, because you would never think you would go to a place and somebody say, of all the MCs, because this is the 2000s, so he could have said, the typical Eminem, Jay-Z, Big, he could have said said all the usuals, but nah, he said Kool Rap. He didn't come back for coke, he came back for bass.
A lot
what I mean?
a lot of our favorite rappers love G-Rap.
Yeah, man.
A lot of our favorite rappers
He's a rapper. That's true.
Channel a G-Rap sort of
kind
of vibe. I'm not gonna mention any names. We it's not even here to point it out like that. Again, it's homage. Again, he delivered a style that was very. First of all, we're talking about a man with a crazy lisp.
Yeah, but listen.
No, you listen. You listen. I'm talking right now.
But Scan,
listen.
Having taught you how to avoid the pink houses, son, even though you didn't.
Almost got, baby. Almost got. She said she liked me a lot. I almost got.
We still went.
We still went over there, man.
Still almost got shot up at baby.
Still went over to the pink houses, even though Mobb Deep told us not to do it.
Malcontent. I want to know what you're thinking about when it comes to this Queen's battle at the moment. Who do you got?
Yeah, man. I mean, like you said, just both ridiculous classics. I mean, we all know the line from Ill Street Blues. That buck, that what you want to leave down. That's the crazy. Right. That's one of the craziest times.
Right.
I mean, that's wild. But I mean, like for me, man, just the cautionary tale from Trife Life, man. It's like it's just like what Hobo said, man. It's like, I was still pretty young. We were relatively young. We were adults, but like young when that came out. But just hearing that, it's kind of like, oh yeah. It's kind of like, yeah, you're right. It's like, yeah, thank you for putting us up on that. Cause yeah, we sometimes you just get mesmerized, the chick, they come back in your life, come back in life after a while, you like, but yeah, man, you gotta be on point all the time.
All the time.
Even though I ain't living the Queensbridge projects or nowhere near them or the Brooklyn, but none of that stuff, I kind of knew, you know what I mean? You carry that mess. That cautionary tale is something every man carries.
I was surprised y'all feel this way. I feel like most of you motherfuckers grew up by the inkwell and shit. Like I don't.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying? Like in your beach by the water, like fucking Jada Pinkett. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be Kane up in this motherfucker.
Whoa! Things still go down
in the Bronx, bro.
Yo, things go down everywhere. So
yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm a little surprised, Cats.
I was really hoping that Jules wasn't one of those individuals to believe it was only his block that was the thoroughest and the livest ever anywhere. You know what I mean?
I see individuals in my area. Again, back in the day, it was crazy how much like it was okay to be ghetto and you could still pull like the chick like any car would do, and like, oh, he got a car. And it didn't matter what car.
Old New York talk.
Right.
A car. So like I remember the systems. I remember this dude in my block, my man Eddie. Shout out to Eddie, if you're ever watching out there. Had the house speakers, like the shit at home.
Yeah.
Work style. But I never seen
everybody did that.
I was too young to understand.
Trunk.
But he was doing that in a Dodge Aries.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
in the trunk, son. Or the back seat.
With the real house speaker, the home. I don't let me make it home speakers. But back then, the home speaker was off. And he'd have that shit in his car, and this shit was thumping, and it was just like, damn, he's fucking cool. And today, someone would be like, look at this motherfucker, right? Like, look at this cheap ass shit.
That was the old price.
I thought he was.
That was yesterday's price. That was yesterday.
Yes, I thought he was the coolest motherfucker.
The original booming system. Yeah,
he was playing Cypress Hill. He was playing fucking Dr. Dre 187. It was, man. I was like, he's the fucking coolest. He went to Edison. He graduated from Edison too. Shout out to Eddie. You know, listen, we got 2 votes in at the moment. Excuse me, 3 votes in at the moment. 2 leaning on one side for Mobb Deep at the moment. Again, we're gonna try to push through this kind of quickly. I'm gonna ask the room: does anybody want to vote like DJ Scanless and give Ill Street Blues a vote?
Yeah.
I would like to, but I'm going with Trife Life.
Well, let's stick to Ill Street. But anybody Ill Street Blues at the moment?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ill Street.
Speak on it real quick.
No, I mean, Coogee Rap, I think for a lot of people was the blueprint, man. And he was telling stories when a lot of people really weren't telling stories. Like there was a few, but when he came out with it with his old gritty style and his hoodie on and everything, it was like, oh, who's this? And he ran with it, man. And still to this day, a lot of his stuff is relevant and you can still play it like it came out yesterday, man. So I'm gonna go with this one.
It's just a slight production edge for me with Trife Life because both records are iconic. But
yeah, fair enough.
The Norman
so again, I'm gonna take
the bass.
Again, I'm gonna take again that moment right there to sort of add up the numbers. Unless somebody has something specific they want to say on either record at the moment, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the round. DJ Hobo, can you let us know what were the results in the chat room for the voting booth in there?
Yeah, I just want to add while I'm looking that up. On the production tip, that sample for Trife Life is such a stark contrast because that's a love song.
It's a love song.
Yeah.
It's a super dope love song too.
Yeah, super duper. You are my sunshine. And you talk about the grimiest shorty at that point in Trife Life. So it's just a stark contrast, but
that I think that's the genius right there, Hobo. Because it's actually a love song that's really super dope that you played for your shorty back then. And then, but Havoc now getting stuck up.
He found the evil in it.
Word.
He found the evil in it. He said, "Hold on, let me get down." Evil.
Now the scary part is seeing the shorty with going while using the mass transit. That's that.
Well, you know, so funny, Triple C. I'm glad you said that, Triple C, because real quick, just old New York, when he said Myrtle Ave off the G train, old New York, Brooklyn in the 90s in that area, Trife Life, my boy.
Crazy.
Overhill Marcy, Trife Life.
That's
what
crazy.
is train ride? The train ride to get through it.
Coming. Dangerous. You gotta leave. You gotta leave before it gets dark.
And they took the G train from the bridge over there. That's crazy.
Listen, bro.
I took the J.
Head on a swivel.
The J was special.
Word.
Head on a swivel.
So Ill Street Blues won in the chat 57% to 43%. So it was close.
Nice. Ill Street Blues taking the win in the chat. That's dope. Things kind of took a turn in a different direction here in the room with, again, not a large margin, but again, a larger margin. Trife Life by Mobb Deep takes the win for round number 2. Again, Trife Life going up against Ill Street Blues. Best storytelling rap songs of all time, volume 2. If you're just joining us, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. That was that round right there. So we've officially got Public Enemy, Black Steel, in the Hour of Chaos, and Mobb Deep, Trife Life moving on to the next round. Let's go ahead and move on to the final round in this series, which will again solidify the following, 3 records at the end of the day. Let's go ahead and talk about The Mission by a young man. I mean, how old was Special at this time? Is he still like 15, 16 around
this time? He was 17 when he first came out. He was 19.
No, he was young. He was like, I remember.
The Mission is the second album, so he was
17.
Okay, so
he was 20. He was 19, 18 when
he should be a little bit older. This is the second album.
Yeah, the second album he was like 18 or 19 because he named it Legal because he was actually legal when the second album came out.
There you go, Special Ed, The Mission, another classic record going up against tonight's final record in the battle we're talking about. Scarface, a storytelling battle wouldn't make sense without a record from Scarface. Seen a man die. Let's go ahead and start our special ed. The Mission. Y'all remember this joint? Is this Howie T?
I want to say yes.
So.
We're on a mission. This is a mission, not a small time thing. Let me tell you about what happened when the phone went. Well, I was cool with this girl Suzanne, and everything was going just according to plan.
In like London, he did London?
Rang. Yo, I couldn't believe it. Told myself to ignore it, forget it, leave it. Just when things had started going great, it rang again. I said, hold up, wait. Picked up the phone, yeah, who the hell is this? Somebody said this is serious business. There's a tape in the mailbox between your doors. Take the tape from the box and put it in yours. I listened to the tape and my mouth just dropped. I picked up the phone, but the man hung up and said, yo, this tape was self-destruct. I pressed eject, but the tape was stuck. Oh well, what the heck, I just cleaned up the mess. Opened up the closet, got the bulletproof vest. Loaded up the sword off, the double barrel, the Rambo knife with the hunting apparel. Threw on the trench, kissed the girl goodbye. She said, special ed, don't go, you might die. Started crying and hugging on me, so I shot her. I said, sorry baby, but I gotta do what I gotta.
You're on a mission.
Do what I gotta.
You're on a mission. You're on a mission.
Do what I gotta.
You're on a mission.
One more verse, rock.
You're on a mission.
Do what I gotta.
You're on a mission.
Like it is flowers.
This is a mission, not a small time thing. Took the express on an Air Force jet. The thoughts in my mind broke me out into sweat. I was thinking of the message again and again. In particular, the name of Liu Chin Chen. Yo, I landed in Japan with intent to kill. You could tell I wasn't joking by the look on my grill. Took a look at a picture of the man that I was after. A 5'10" black belt karate master. Knew where to find him, knew where he would be. I turned around and sure enough, Mr. Chen found me. I looked him in the eye with the stare so cold and said I came to avenge for the rhymes you stole. Now, you must die because that is my mission. He flipped back, got into a fighting position. The tiger style of shit was wild. He threw his hands in the air. He started to smile. I said, you can smile now, but you won't for long. Cause sucker, you'll be sorry that you stole my song. He said, choose your style. I broke fool. I said, what? Pulled out the knife, tried to shove it in his gut. It didn't even cut. I flipped, I started bugging. Pulled out the handgun. I shot a slug in his chest. He said, Buddha, blessed and stood proud. Outshot the bullet. Mr. Chen just bowed. So I shot him again. Yo, I couldn't believe Mr. Chen caught the bullet in his two front teeth. Yo, he kicked me on the floor just like I was a child. I got fed up. I fought a flatbush style. Stood to my feet, threw my hands to the sky. Shake him, then I faked him, then I caught him in the eye. He started stumbling, yo, I started wilding. He tripped, busted his lip, I started smiling. Knew he was defeated, but I wasn't done yet. So I shot him with the shotty, then I jetted in the jet.
You're on a mission. You're on a mission.
Jetted in the jet.
You're on a mission. You're on a mission.
Jetted in the jet.
You're on a mission. You're on a mission.
Jetted in the jet.
You're on a mission.
This is a mission, not a small time thing.
So what you gonna do when you get out of here, cat day? Oh, no, dog, just trying to live it one day at a time, you know? I hear you talking, man. Live it one day at a time. It ain't nothing but a thing, though,
ready?
bro.
Yeah, I hear you, fool. Well, let me get up out of here. My ride out here waiting for me.
All right, cat. Take it easy, baby.
Stay up, fool.
Peace.
He greets his father with his hands up. Rehabilitated slightly. Glad to be the man's child. The world is different since he's seen it last. Out of jail, been 7 years, and he's happy that he's free at last. All he had was his mother's letters. Now he's mobile, and he's gotta make a change and make it for the better. But he's black, so he's got one strike against him. And he's young, plus he came up in the system. But he's smart, and he's finally making 18. And his goal's to get on top and try to stay clean. So he's calling up his homie who came up. Living lavish, now they dealing with the same stuff. And had that attitude that who he was worth lame. And with that fucked up attitude, he killed his first man. Now it's different, he did dirt. And realized killing men meant coming up, but it still hurt. And can't nobody change this. It's 1994, and we up against the same shit. I never understood why. I could never see a man cry till I seen a man die. Man cry.
No hook.
Imagine life at its full peak. Then imagine lying dead in the arms of your enemy. Imagine peace on this earth when there's no grief. Imagine grief on this earth, and there's no peace. Everybody's got a different way of ending it. And when your number comes for souls, then they send it in. Now your time has arrived for your final test. I see the fear in your eyes and hear your final breath. How much longer will it be till it's all done? Total darkness, at ease, be it all one. I watch him die, and when he dies, let us celebrate. You took his life, but your memory you never take. You'll be headed to another place, and the life you used to live will reflect in your mother's face. I still gotta wonder why I never seen a man cry till I seen a man die.
You had to let that ride. You had to.
You have to. You have to.
Man.
We knew there was no more verse. We knew there was no more verse.
You have to, though. You had to.
Yes.
You had to.
Scarface.
Yes.
What we just experienced was two records. One again from the 80s, one from the 90s. Oh, was the special ed of 90s?
1990.
90 or 90? Okay, so
90.
two 90s records. And be clear, one of them we just went to church. We just had a sermon. You know what I'm saying?
Much.
We definitely did,
Face
bro.
talks like a freaking preacher. That's how he raps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He rapped like a preacher. And that's basically what we just experienced right now. So I leave it to everybody in the chat room. Like I said, there is definitely a voting booth up. Make sure you leave your vote up in there. Everybody in here. Let's go around the room real quick. Let's start out with my man Triple C from Queens. Trip, between these two records, who do you got?
I'm going with Man Cry.
Aye. What is it about that record?
Like you said, it's like takes you to church. The mission felt like it was fiction.
I mean, the story is about a guy getting out of jail.
Yeah.
I still feel like I went to church. Like it was like, what the fuck? About a guy that gets out, he's adjusting to life after being gone for 7 years and being like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So kind of crazy. So we got the first vote in. Triple C putting it down for Scarface. Let's go to my man Ike Infamous. Ike, what are you thinking about between these two records?
It sucks, man, because like the stories, whether they be fictional or not, the thing that we're giving a salute to is being able to paint that picture. You know what I mean? So all of the artists, in a way, are able to paint such a creative picture that allows your mind to go. But when you paint a picture over the production and you got the vocal cords of Scarface, man, it's hard for me, and it sucks because it's like none of the records are dope that didn't get voted for. It's just that there's something else or extra for me. It's with the Scarface, man. That bass line and just the mode it puts you back and sets you in. As soon as you play, as soon as that shit drops, you're like, oh, there you go. Like, there you go.
There you go.
Right there.
So we have 2 votes in at the moment for Scarface. I'm going to go ahead and think that's the theme of the evening for this last round, but we're going to go ahead and find out what else is people thinking. Cool Breeze, what do you think about between these 2 records?
Oh, man. Both dope songs. A special ed joint. I haven't listened to that joint in a while, but it was a fun record.
You was fly with it, too.
And the video was dope, too, man.
They had money.
Dope.
They had money.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go with the Scarface on this one, man, because it's just like I'm gonna piggyback off of what Ike said. It's just the production and the vocals on it. It's just like
is the mission the video where Special Ed's riding on the hovercraft?
No, the hovercraft. Yeah. Think about it. No, hovercraft.
So y'all wouldn't give it up for the hovercraft back in the 90s? He was the first.
No, the hovercraft.
That's how I said it's fiction.
Hovercraft was
that wasn't fiction. That was real.
Hovercraft is a different record. Scan was just saying.
Think
I'm going with
it.
Scan.
Think about it.
The mission was a jet ski. The mission was a jet ski.
Yeah, the mission was a jet ski, and then you saw him fighting the dude.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, we got 3 votes in at the moment for Scarface. We got 3 more votes to go. Let's get into see what the rest of the room thinks. Malcontent, what do you think between these 2 records?
Yeah, I mean, I tend to go with the more linear story, which actually would be, Special Ed. But again, this is it's so funny because comparing these two these two it's just tough because you got one that's kind of like fictional and fun and funny, and then you got this one that's so real. You just can't deny like you said, the feeling, the realness of it. The fact that he really transforms you into like this kid or this young man, who just got out of prison and is dealing, with all this stuff. So it's like the way it hits you, it's just too much. You know what I mean? So even though it's not the most linear, it's more like a verse that's linear. I have to go. Obviously, I gotta go with Face, man.
Face. This is a man that chose a single in a time when clubs were dominating.
Exactly.
There's nothing club about that record.
The real always hits, man. The real always hits, though.
Yeah, the picture that these artists allow your mind to paint, to see. That's the thing about it. If somebody does such a great story with the storytelling, like Biggie explaining being in the crib after the basketball player, just hearing it, painting it so well, it allows you to just visually paint. And so there's something of what that Scarface has with that. That's just like another level.
I was working with Scarface.
There was never a video for the story to tell, right? Like I don't need it in my mind. I got all kind of visuals in my mind.
Yeah, that's the point. You don't need it if it's done correctly. It's like reading a book, right? You make your own video.
Right.
Yeah.
We have a few more votes to go. Again, the math is mathing, but let's find out what people are thinking. DJ Hobo, what are you thinking about?
I'm actually gonna go for Special Ed, man. I mean, he fought him Flatbush style, and he shot Shorty for no reason.
Yo,
I mean, come on, bro.
That was cold.
It was cold, bro. He shot
cold.
She said, "Don't go, you're my guy," and he popped her.
Said, sorry, baby.
She was in the bed
do
like
what
this.
I gotta.
I mean, Scan, do you want to segue to this, or you're the final vote here?
Yeah, no.
Is it JT Money? I mean, not JT Money. JT Freeze.
JT Freeze. Yeah, I'm going with JT Freeze on this one too, man, because the Hobo is correct. That's how I felt, and I said in the chat, I said in 2025 this record would be canceled because of the line about him shooting the girl. You know what I mean? But no, I think everybody has basically said what needs to be said about that Scarface record. It is what it is. I just think my slight bias towards Special Ed. I thought the video was cool. The video was funny, and just we have to appreciate both styles and appreciate this is the 90s and lyrics and stories and all these things matter. I just think if anything, because of the video, it leads a little bit more to the story for Special Ed, and that's it.
Yeah, and also, I mean, some people may think it's corny, but the fact that he used a Mission Impossible sample,
right.
Early, that became a reggae staple later down the line.
The beat drums and everything.
That's everything about him, and the visuals. And I don't remember this video completely, but I feel like the dude that he was fighting was the villain from the James Bond movie. So like, it's just the way he did that, man, just dope, man.
The eye patch on and everything for the Flatbush style.
What is Flatbush style? I need someone from New York to explain to me what Flatbush to this day.
Squaring up.
Yeah, I'm about to say this. Shooting the fair one.
The cutting up of the salt and pepper was nice too, man. Like the scratching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Exactly.
You probably hit him with the knuckle buck. That's a dirty Brooklyn technique.
I mean, B Sharp's bringing it up. Are we talking about the video or are we talking about the song right now? Like, what are we?
Okay, so
listen. You're allowed to stand on any hill. B Sharp, you can stand on any hill.
Yeah, go ahead.
Any hill, but I'll take the video out of it. Just to Trip's point, and this is not coming for you, Trip, but for you to say that the mission didn't seem real, I thought that made it doper because it wasn't real, and he just threw that story out there, and it just took the imagination to another level that he came up with this whole scheme and plot for a song. And I feel like the Scarface joint, not to diminish it at all because it's a very dope song, but he probably was telling the true story. And I think it takes more to tell a story that's not true than one that is true. So take that.
Hold on a second, Hobo. How do you know that story wasn't real?
He did fight a Flatbush style. He did fight a Flatbush style.
I mean, he did fight
the guy from Bullets in his teeth, brother.
And
Hey,
he
Snoop Dogg
and
in
he
his teeth.
shot him with the shotty and jetted in the jet.
And the
My-
Jetta
Yes.
was the joints
Shot
back
the
then
chick
too.
that
Jetta was
was
the
too
joint back
clean.
then.
He shot the chick that was too clean. He shot the dude in the mouth, and he caught her with the bullets with his teeth. Come on, man.
Yeah.
He catches
Listen.
bullets with his teeth.
Hey,
Listen.
hey, man, Bruce Leroy did it. Why can't the homeboy from the special ed?
Exactly.
Nasty
Yeah,
work.
he has good enamel in his teeth.
Listen, I want everybody to be
Good
clear. This was the record that basically got him all cameo appearances on the Cosby Show at one point in time.
JT Freeze.
Got him a JT Freeze appearance in the Cosby Show, a JT Freeze another appearance in Juice.
Listen,
JT Freeze.
if we ever get special on the show, we have to ask him that question. Were you in Juice? Were you special ed or were you JT Freeze?
Whose girl was that? Whose girl was
That was
that?
your girl.
I thought that was too.
Hey, listen, I remember when I saw Juice in the movies, man, and that special ed was in that scene, and he looked out before he peeled out. All I heard in the audience was the ladies going, "Ah."
Yo, your man,
why they
first of all,
got
your
shot.
man
That's
had
why they
the
got shot in the
long,
mission.
he had the long red triple fat goose
Yes.
matching
Yeah.
red Jetta, and like you said, the
Yeah.
Jetta back in the.
You was doing it if you had a
Jetta was
back
like a
then, bro.
Corvette.
Jetta, bro, you was really on
doing
top
it.
of that.
Yep.
Shit was like a Lamborghini.
He was
You understand what I'm saying? It was like pulling up in the hood. He was like, "Oh my!"
It's funny to hear
Right,
that now. but
red?
yeah, it's true.
With the rims, and he was just
Oh,
young
wow.
with the matching coat.
Yeah.
With the
That's not
dude-
your girl.
He was the
Jettas,
youngest in charge.
Suzuki sidekicks. Like you was doing it with them cars back then, man.
I know that was your girl. Is what he should say. I know that was. It used to be your girl.
Used to be your girl.
Your girl. Infamous.
Man.
Listen, I want to make it clear right now. Round number 3 has just wrapped up. Again, we're talking about the best storytelling rap songs of all time. And we've gone through 6 songs this evening, final 2 being The Mission by Special Ed, like we're talking about right now, going up against Seen a Man Die by Scarface. And while there's been a lot of love for both records, and again, a classic example of 2 different styles of storytelling, one sort of, like you said, realistic and one sort of fictional, right? Both still appearing on the list. But again, this one was one of the closer records in terms of the splits. And Seen a Man Die by Scarface takes the win, meaning Scarface goes on to the next round. Hobo, what were the results in the voting booth for these 2 records?
Seen a Man Cry, 60%.
It makes
So
sense. I don't know where we're at yet at the end of the night yet. We got 3 records that we got to sort of, play another round for right now. But Scarface, I was shocked that we're by volume 2 and Scarface finally made it to the to the next level of even being considered a part of the battle. So it's dope to see Face in here. Face is definitely one of the illest storytellers, in the game. So we are up to round number 4. Again, best storytelling rap songs of all time, volume 2. Catch volume 1 in the description. Like I said, and if you're watching at home, see it right here.
What up? Just want to give some shout outs in the chat. Jules, Third Eye Assassin, My
Hey.
Tar in there creeping, but shout out to the homie My Tar, Dreddy,
Tar.
DJ Molly, Party. What's going on?
We lit tonight. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, shout out to everybody that's joining us tonight. Again, we playing gems tonight. Best storytelling rap songs of all time. For those that don't know, we've let me cover what we've talked about tonight. I'll try not to mention the names for the big reveal of round number 4. We've played. Let me see here. What didn't make it here? Okay. So we played a little Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 with the message. We played Special Ed, The Mission, and we've played some Kool G Rap and DJ Polo, Ill Street Blues. Like I said, some of the legends putting it down in the storytelling category. They went up against the following records that have made it to the finals at this point. Moving on to round number 4, we've got Public Enemy with Black Steel and the Hour of Chaos. Crazy. We got Mobb Deep off that infamous album with Trife Life. Sick. Basically a map on how to get away with it if you ever get caught in Brooklyn, because she's being sneaky. The third participant that makes it into round number 4, Scarface. Never Seen a Man Die. Oh boy. The toughest part of round number 4 for those watching for the first time or those already know what's coming is one of these 3 records that made it on to go and win their previous battles tonight is not gonna make it on to the finals. That's right. Out of these 3 records, 2 records need to move on and 1 will not. So round number 4 is which of these records does not move on? And I start with you, Cool Breeze. Is it Black Steel and Chaos, Trife Life by Mobb Deep, or Seen a Man Die by Scarface? Which one is not moving on?
God, I'm gonna go with Scarface on this one.
Scarface not moving on. Woo!
I mean, heat things up a little bit.
I see. I think there's a lot of people feeling away right now at home. Let's see what
It's okay. Let them feel the way they want to feel.
Malcontent. What are you thinking about between these 3 records? In your humble opinion, which one is not moving on?
Oh, I'm picking Scarface too.
Oh,
yeah.
To be clear. Yeah. That's not our sound effect. That's outside of Malcontent's window. He lives in the South. Malcontent lives in the A. I shouldn't be saying that. Let's take that off. Edit that out. I don't want to give away. I don't want to give away his location.
Houston ain't that close, man.
No, Scarface live in Atlanta.
Oh, he lived there now. Everybody lives in Atlanta.
I don't know
now,
about
but
that. Definitely lived there one point in time.
That's true. That's a good point.
Listen, okay, we got Malcontent being brave again, speaking up his voice as he's allowed to. You know what I'm saying? Is constitutional right. Let's keep it pushing. Talking about man Ike Infamous all the way Street FM representative. Which of these 3 records is not moving on in your humble opinion?
This shit is tough as fuck, bro. Because I don't know. I want to say Scarface, but then like I almost want to say Trife Life.
Should not move on. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And it's kind of I don't know. It's can you come back?
Are you coming from an angle of like seeing the final round? Is that how you're kind of looking at it?
All the records are dope, but I've been leaning heavily with production and Trife Life as compared to More Trife Life is a little bit more Trife Life is a little bit more my favorite. You know what I mean on the next album, but yeah, because I really can't go against PE. You know what, man? This is a tough one. I think I'm a
say it, Ike. Say it, Ike.
I think I know what you
say it, Ike.
Are you?
Which one do you think? Which one do you think?
No.
Which one do you think I'm gonna vote? Which one do you think? Say it.
Say it.
I'm not gonna say it. One of the 3.
I got the sound effect ready for you. Go ahead.
Say it.
Yo, I think Trife Life got to go tonight.
Oh.
That wasn't the way.
Where the sound effects? Where the sound effects?
I want to say Scarface, but it's difficult. Like when you're putting Scarface to Trife Life, even production wise, let's just what I'm saying, because they're both real songs.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So like, this is a very difficult and tough round, man. I don't know, man.
Scan, what are you thinking of? Which one of these 3 records got to go?
Yikes! This is a really it's a tough round, man. Yikes. I think I'm a show the bias. Let's get Scarface out of here.
Wow. The math is mathing at this point. I mean, unless something really happens right now, let's see what happens. Let's talk to DJ Hobo. DJ Hobo, which of these records is out of here?
Real quick. I didn't call out. I missed some people. Charge it to my head, not my heart. Shout out to Third Eye Assassin. Shout out to Rob Boombastic. Appreciate y'all for checking in as always.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to vote in this round. But I am going to respectfully apologize in advance to my man Ike Infamous, but PE's got to go.
Wow. Respect, Hobo. I respect your opinion. You know what I mean? You speak from a point of knowledge. You know what I mean? And someone that understands things. You don't speak out of not knowing shit. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you.
Pass him a fucking wet dude's wipe. I mean, please. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I hate that you just used that as a reference.
law, baby.
I got a letter from the governor. No, it's from my infamous.
Pause. I gotta bring it up. It's called
Pause.
Pause.
Oh my goodness. Listen, okay, DJ Hobo not scared to put his flag down. We have one more vote to go. Triple C, what are you thinking, sir? Which of these records, in your humble opinion, is out of here, baby?
Oh man, I'm going Black Steel.
Yeah, Trip.
It don't matter though.
Yeah,
No,
Trip. What the hell's your excuse?
Mobb Deep.
That don't matter though. You know what one?
Come here. Turn the lights
have
out.
some sad
Turn
news.
the lights out. Come here.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on how you look at it, but Malcontent is correct. The math, if you've been keeping track of the math, has basically shown what the numbers basically have been saying from the get-go, because the delivery was pretty much a lot of Scarfaces out of here. And with that being said, 3 votes in versus 2-1. We're looking at Scarface seeing a man die being respectfully asked to step out.
Yo,
wow.
That's
Of the
wild.
be a contender in the final round.
Yeah, this just shows
This dude
you.
Hobo chose the mission over Scarface, and now he's sad about Scarface going. I'll tell you, man.
I mean, hey man, I also didn't choose the PE joint. So
True.
Good point.
I ain't never gonna be shit. And you less of a man than me, so soon.
No, I don't appreciate that soundbite. I am shit. I am the shit. I'm always gonna be shit. I don't give a fuck if you ain't shit. I'll be the shit. And as soon as I decide that Triple C is less than me, he ain't gonna be shit.
I'm saying, man,
I'm the one with the gun.
I got it, motherfucker.
Listen, it's been clearly stated. Best storytelling rap songs of all time, Volume 2. We are down to the final round, round number 5. We come to the final 2 records. We are talking about the final vote for tonight in the chat room and in this room right here. You guys have to decide between Public Enemy and Mobb Deep.
Hold on. Before we go,
I'm so disappointed in Trip, man. Black Steel is in the title, man. Still.
Black Steel is in the title for Trip.
But Tribe Life is also the title.
Black Steel.
Yeah.
True. But let's not forget the chat rooms, their votes.
Oh, okay, my bad.
The chat room was said that Black Steel got to go too.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that in the chat. I
didn't see that. See, he's privy to the info. I didn't see that. That's for first time.
44%. They said Black Steel got to get up out of here, son.
That's interesting. So people wanted to see Scarface versus Mobb Deep.
I mean,
well,
I could understand why. Like,
I mean, truth be told, we're not going to dwell on what coulda, shoulda, woulda. Let's be clear on what's actually going down this evening. We are talking about Mobb Deep Trife Life, okay? Loud Records, the infamous, all right? Very classic album, very classic record, very classic storytelling tale, if you will, going up against Long Island Kings, legends, icons. If I'm not mistaken, Rock and Roll Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. Even the name is gangster. The name itself is a whole story. Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. What's that book about? What's that song about? Right? Like, it makes me want to know what's going on. So Public Enemy versus Mobb Deep. I'm gonna give a little sample of each once again, just to refresh memories.
You got to play the second verse of Trife Life, son.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I was gonna start with Public Enemy first. I'm gonna try to catch it along the after the breakdown of the cuts, which would have been after verse 2, right? Is that after verse 2?
Yeah.
Where it is exactly. So bear with me here. Let me see.
As I ventured into the court.
Twice, right? No one to get night.
What do you think I am out? Fast forward or rewind?
I ain't rewind a little bit. I think he's like, as I ventured into the courtyard.
Say right, this what it take 6 of your eyes. Apples in the threat. This I say, yeah. Don't you know I call it?
Let's start from here. All right, so let's go ahead and play a little bit again, just as a refresher, and then I'm going to go ahead and get Havoc's verse going off that Trife Life. If I play this verse earlier off this Public Enemy, forgive me. Just let me know, and again, I'll skip to the next one. Just let me know. By waving. I can't hear you.
Yo, falling asleep on death row. I grabbed his gun and he did what I said so. And every man's the man got served. Along with the time they served, decency was deserved. To understand my demands, I gave a warning. I wanted the governor, y'all, and plus the warden to know that I was innocent. Because I'm militant, posing a threat, you better fucking up the government. My plan said I had to get out and break north. Just like Oliver's neck, I had to get off. My boys had the feds in check, they couldn't try nothing. We had a force to instigate a prison riot. This what it takes for peace, so I just took a piece. Black for black, inside time to cut the leash. Freedom to get out to the ghetto, no sellout. 6 COs we ought to put their head out. But I'll give them a chance, cause I'm civilized. As for rest of the world, they can't realize a cell is hell. I'm a rebel, so I rebel. Between bars, got me thinking like an animal. Got a woman CO to call me a copter. She tried to get away, and I popped her twice, right? No one to get nice. I had 6 COs, and now it's 5 to go, and I'm serious. Call me delirious, but I'm still a captive. I gotta rap this time to break as time grows intense. I got my steel in my right hand. Now I'm looking for the fence.
Hey, yo, Chuck, we got the dope plan in effect. G, word to the stuff, man.
I'm looking for that fence.
I got the 98 posse, Professor good for the S1. Yo, Chuck, we coming, man.
As I ventured into the courtyard, followed by 52 brothers, bruised, battered, and scarred, but hard. Going out with a bang, ready to bang out. The power from the sky, from the tower, shots rang out. A high number is dose, yes, and something close. I figure I trigger my steel stand and hold my post. This is what I mean, an anti-nigga machine. If I come out alive, then they won't come clean. Then I threw up, my steel bullets flew up. Into my surprise, the wall and tower blew up. Who shot what, who, what, the bazooka was who? Into my rescue, it was the S1W. Secure my getaway, so I just got away. The joint broke from the black smoke. Then they saw it was rougher than the average bluffer. Cause the steel was black, the attitude exact. Now the chase is on, telling you to come on. 53 brothers on the run, and we are gone.
That is insane. Let's see if I can go ahead and skip ahead straight to Havoc's verse. Talking about that trife life going up against Black Steel in the hour of chaos.
If you come through front and cause little do you know, fucking kill you is what you don't know. Okay, check it. You're on your way to your girl's crib, but the bitch live in the bridge. You ain't really sweating it. Cause little do you know, the niggas in the bridge be setting it. You thought you was safe and tried to walk the back streets without heat. On the 45th side of 12th Street. This side where niggas don't give a fuck. This side where if you come through front and kid, you getting bucked. On your way to apartment 3A with a fat head won't let him slide no days. Son, get the heat, cause I'm about to stick him. Fuck that shit, yo. If that nigga front, don't hit him. I bet, so just hold it down while I cut back the long 3-pair. You're upstairs moaning, not knowing that I'm scheming. Just the right time, kid, it's 12 in the evening. You're leaving out the building as you get your goodbye. Thought you was safe and got caught by surprise. What's going on as I reply? Shut the fuck up and don't make this to another homicide. He tried to play tough, so I put one in his brain. Even though I took his life, all I wanted was his chain. Come through truck without heat, how you figure? When you in the projects, keep your fingers on the fuck that we juicing. If you got what we like, it gets chucking. Put you on your back, send you on your way, you're good looking. Now be catching the cap, the halls in Lewis in Brooklyn. Getting towed up from the floor up, hit the dress though up. Got the 80 in case a nigga wanna roll up. Get your motherfucking shit swollen. Now it's back to Queens to serve beans, making cheese by any means. My eyes on my enemies, sipping Hennessy with my mind on some crime shit. One time searching me, but never ever find shit. It's the everyday, get the loot and breeze. Though my goal is to leave out of state, push keys. But all this bullshit holding me down, I can't leave. Fuck a 9 to 5, I get the loot with ease. Don't even need a degree to earn a 6-digit figure. I get mine slinging on the corner with my niggas, pulling the trigger when the drama appears. Cause a nigga worst enemy is fear. So yo, check it out, check it out, check it out, yo. The trife life got me thinking like an animal. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, yo. What can kill you is what you don't know. No doubt, no doubt, so what can kill you is what you don't know. Down like that.
ride out.
You better.
You know I go down in the next
Kiss
second.
your life goodbye.
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
Man.
That album is such a fucking hip hop sound of New York, man. Like, just when that album dropped, bro, just the way those drums and the samples, everything is filtered and queued up and shit like that, man. That shit is just nostalgic.
They say Q-Tip had a lot to do with that mixing, a lot of input, you know what I'm saying? Off of making sure that record sounded the way it sounded, you know. Let's talk about the battle at hand. It's the final round. Best storytelling rap songs of all time. Volume 2, you can catch Volume 1 in the links. Like I said, check it out on YouTube. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. We do this every Monday night, by the way. Every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like I say, we go for a couple of hours, you know what I'm saying? Talk a little hip-hop, play a little music here and there, talk a little shit. And tonight we've come to the conclusion these two records are basically fighting for the title of Volume 2's best storytelling, battle at the moment. So we're talking Mobb Deep with Trife Life going up against another iconic legendary group by the name of Public Enemy. It's a little group out of Long Island. A couple of rock and roll Hall of Fame legends, not crazy. Black Steel in the Hour Chaos is the record that we're talking about, which has been sampled in itself by other hip hop groups and artists. You know what I'm saying? Sampling from hip hop. Check that out. You know what I'm saying? So here we go again. Just played a little bit of each. Again, a little ending of both records, all the way to the end. We let it rock. You know what I'm saying? To the way you would when you listen in your headphones back in the day, how the songs would end in your earbuds or earphones. Pardon me. So let's talk about it real quick. I'm gonna go around the room real fast and find out what cats are thinking. If there's any major message behind what your choice and choice of record is, let it be known. Other than that, let's kind of keep it pushing because we've talked about the records already. Let's just see what you're overall thinking. Let's start with man Triple C. Triple C, between these two groups out of New York, who do you got?
Mobb. Going with Mobb.
Mobb Deep. Okay, we got Trife Life on one side. Go ahead, Triple C.
Expound.
Cool Breeze, who do you got?
God. I'm gonna go with PE on this one.
You're going PE on this one. Black Steel. Oh, keeping it Long Island. Scantastico, who do you have, sir?
Yikes. Tough one. Let's go. I'm going to go PE.
Going PE as
Scan
well.
is not on the screen, by the way.
Was that? I'm sorry?
Scan is not on the screen.
Yeah, something happened here. Let me just move
Oh, so Scan, you got time to change your joint now.
Scan is he should be there. You go. Scan's back on the screen. There we go. Scan picking Public Enemy as well. 3 votes in at the moment. DJ Hobo, who do you got?
Man.
Was it the government fucking up your life, or these so-called hood rat?
Hey, yo.
Or these so-called hood rat chicks from the Inkwell.
Relax.
That one stung a little bit, did it? That was got bow out over there. B Sharp, where you at, B Sharp?
Yeah, he's reckless. He's reckless, man. He's reckless.
Relax. I'm going with PE. I'm going PE on
You too. Ay. Keeping it a little bit more old school. Again, we're talking about 89 against 94?
95.
95.
95.
95. Okay, 95, my bad. 3 votes in at the moment for Public Enemy. Still can be anybody's game. We'll see what happens. Malcontent, which way are you voting tonight?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going, like PE. No disrespect to, the Mobb joint, but I just wanted to mention real quick one element that I didn't mention before about Black Steel, so production, right?
Right.
Of course the sample is dope, and it's been used a million times at Sentinel and all that stuff. But I mean, the kind of piano, it kind of has this kind of this like time, this like ticking thing. It's like a countdown. Ding. It gives
Oh, like
it
a
gives a sense of
countdown. Yeah.
it gives a sense of
Ooh.
urgency. Like the whole song is about like, oh, I'm about to get the hell up out of here. I'm about to do whatever to get up
Something's
out
about
of
to
here.
happen.
They about to cut. They about to cut. You know, so that sense of urgency. It's like everything just kind of worked together. To me, I think it's like such an excellent, you know, use of like the production along with what he's talking about with the theme and everything, and of course the visuals. I think they might have actually made a video for this.
They did.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, I mean, I had the album back in
part with
'88.
him breaking out of prison.
Yeah, I had the album back in '88, well before like any of these singles like came out. So in my mind, I already had that video or something very similar in my mind. That was very visual too, you know. So I'm just saying, man, it's like you just did an excellent job with it. I just think it's just that great of a song. And then, you know, so that's why I'm going with that. Again, nothing against Tripe Life, which is amazing, and more Tripe Life. I'm with you. I love more Tripe Life as well.
Well, well, you're the last vote, as a matter of fact. Did I get your? No, I didn't get your vote.
No, you didn't
What's
get
your
my
final
vote. My final vote is PE, but like I would have chosen Trife Life over the Black Steel, just because of how they all are as lyricists, how they rap. Like they're Prodigy and Havoc are just both dope MCs. So just that goes into such being a storyteller. But the Black Steel is iconic in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stick LI. I'm gonna stick with LI here.
But Prodigy from Long Island.
What? I'm sorry. What happened?
Prodigy from Long Island.
Yeah, Hempstead, baby. You already know.
Method Man too. Method Man also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and wrap things up. Hobo, what were the results in the voting booth for the chat room when it came down to these two legendary groups going up against each other for the title of Best Storytelling Rap Song of All Time, Volume 2?
Black Steel won by 71%.
I think even let me see. I just want to make sure I think it was it Maitar? Yeah, Maitar says it earlier. I think he said something about like it's sacrilege. Yeah, no, was it? Yeah, he said it's sacrilegious to not vote for PE's Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. It's a legendary record, legendary video. Again, if you're someone like Mao, who's even hip to the music before the visuals, you had your own interpretation of what was going on, which is still visual as hell. But yeah, it did have a sense of urgency, a sense of like a clock ticking, a sense of like, oh, it's about to go down right now. The video with Flav on the phone doing the visit, you know what I'm saying, matching the sound effect, like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like it makes me think like what came first? Like, was that the concept to begin with? Like, I'm gonna be on the phone visiting you in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that'll be the sound effect. And it's like it just works so good. But
they voted last round. They voted to get rid of Black Steel. This round, you said 71%.
Yeah,
that's a turnaround for your ass right there, boy. I didn't expect that at all.
No doubt.
I thought I was gonna be the lone person voting for P.
Well, every round, I think it just sets for something different. That's why that fourth round about which one's got to go is so many different angles and sets up what that last round could be. So
it's fucked up because you don't see it not making it, and then you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, I think people didn't want to vote against Scarface, right? Such a big following that he has, and right, like respectfully, not everybody was really as into PE as maybe like Scarface or Mobb Deep or somebody else, because let's be honest, not a lot of people want to hear you talking about the revolution and the struggle.
Right, correct.
So
correct.
I think some people don't necessarily relate to PE as well as they might a story about somebody getting out of jail and coming back home.
Beautiful thing about this whole thing is, again, we're on volume 2 already, and we want to level of what's the description that you usually give, like a sort of playoffs kind of
like a March Madness playoff on a battle. Because there's so many, man. Like Ghostface, we still haven't mentioned any Ghostface records.
We have yet to touch a lot of
points, man.
Artists and songs.
BDP, so many, man.
The Jizza.
Leave it in the chat. Like, let's leave it in the chat. Leave it in the in the comment section if you're watching on YouTube. Like I said, a bunch of songs that you guys want to see as far as what's going on in the next few battles, because again, we are looking at these songs and we're coming up, like I said, with the proper list per volume. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna figure out, like I said, eventually at the end of the year, maybe what was the best storytelling song of all time. But again, tonight may not be the very last appearance that we see of Scarface. Again, the man's got a lot of catalog. So
No
there's
doubt.
a lot of opportunity for him to get up here and represent. And again, even if they don't move on, they're still on the list. You know what I'm saying? The list is again not, break or make anything, but we mean it with all due respect. If you're on the list, it means because we mess with it, and we think it deserves to be
Right.
there.
Right.
3 artists on tonight's list we believed in and listened to and vibed with and grew up with. So shout out to them. Like I said, we are currently, like I said, wrapping up round number 2. Excuse me, volume number 2. Pardon me, of best storytelling contest, best rap storytelling, best. It's gonna be a long thumbnail again. Best storytelling rap song of all time, volume 2. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the chat. And let's give it up one time for tonight's winner. Straight out of Long Island, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame representatives, Public Enemy, Black Steel, and the Hour of Chaos. Give it up one time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It goes down. Shout out to everybody in the chat that that joined us, that voted along with us. Again, we'll be doing this again next Monday night as well. But tonight, tonight it went down. Again, it was another good battle. Wow, that's a pretty dope win. Public Enemy. Yeah. If for those who are no, I'm not. I was about to reveal the winner of the first volume.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Get them views.
Go check it out. It's available on YouTube. It's listed as Best Storytelling Rap Song Battle of All Time, Volume 1. So
that's
it probably don't even say Volume 1.
As the resident old head in here, I'm just happy that something from the platinum era actually won. So,
But it's the gold era. This is the gold era. We say this is the golden era. The 80s is the golden era. The 80s is the golden era.
Okay, my bad.
Platinum era is the 90s, baby.
Okay.
Jay-Z did that, so we didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Jay-Z
All right.
put us on the platinum. We thought it was silver.
White gold. One of them.
What's that white gold?
Yeah.
Silver. All that silver. It's platinum, motherfucker.
Ever since I made him change over to platinum, the game's been no rap. One.
Over. You heard me?
Yep.
Listen, I mean, Jay-Z was on a couple of submissions that came through this evening. Like I said,
Oh yeah.
a lot of artists. Again, it all boils down to the collaborative effort in the room. Like I said, a lot of records had more votes than others, but a lot of the same records were on people's lists. So again, we try to go with the more popular records. I'm sure we can go deep into album cuts for a lot of songs, but I think those songs will get their time and place. In terms of how we doing it right now, we want to kind of keep it kind of popular, kind of keep everybody in tune them and in the same frequency that I feel we all kind of are. We all fuck with music, obviously here, whether it's DJing, production, radio, just everything. So it's kind of like, let's just talk about some of the more popular joints we grew up with.
Singles, yeah. I'm gonna try and get mine in earlier next time, man. I don't remember
again.
Singles. Got it.
We're gonna. I mean, again, keep track of your own list again, because the records that didn't get played tonight, you could submit them again. You know what I'm saying? But if they got play, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, none of mine got played, so I'm good.
saying, try to keep it on a they didn't get kind of play kind of situation. But
Ghostface.
Again, there's Ghost.
So many.
There's a lot of people that tell dope stories. Like I said, there's still a lot of some of our artists that we played in the last 2 versions of Volume 1 and 2 have other songs that are just as fly in terms of storytelling. Like I said, the range and depth that we can go into in terms of the storytelling series. If you guys really like it, know in the comments. Like I said, it seems like you guys like the first one. Like I said, so we're gonna drop a Volume 2 for you guys real soon on YouTube. This will be on YouTube soon. Like I said, we're gonna try to turn it around kind of quick for y'all. But again, if that's not the case, don't ever forget that on Monday nights, we have something special for y'all hip hop related every night.
Carl Thomas is going to be on number 3.
Say again.
Carl Thomas is going to be on number 3.
With the drive-by with the cable knit hoodie with the sweater on. Telling the story about how Shorty did him wrong.
That face, he looked hurt. He didn't even look.
Man.
He tried to look like he was being mean, but it was more like
he was concerned because
he was mad.
Had a husband.
He was
That's
mad.
Why.
He was like, "Why is the husband not holding the baby?"
He said, "Why is my?"
He was like, "I don't see any."
I would have held the baby as a gentleman.
Why is my girl holding her kid right now?
Carl Thomas.
Even your man Jay took a shot at him.
Why is my shorty coming out of this dude's house? Like, I don't know.
They already talking all type of mandering this in the chat room. They talking about they voted for P on the previous round to stay. China was taking the polls. All types of fuckery in the chat room. You hear what I'm saying? I wanted to be clear.
What did
All
you say?
that falls under the discretion of DJ Hobo's section of the business chapter of Eats Beats and Rhymes. That falls under his division.
Oh, they
His
thought you were.
staff
They thought you
takes
talking
care
about
of
which
that.
one to stay. That's what they said.
Listen, anything that has to do on the digital end of
Come on,
keeping
man.
numbers intact, talk to
They
your man
know,
DJ
they know,
Hobo's
they know better than
direct
that.
line.
Nah, man. It's not the first time we've done this. They know better than that.
Oh, maybe they thought maybe it was maybe they misread something.
The title of the thing said one has to go.
Right. Oh, they didn't understand that? Yeah. So again, it's stuck.
We've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, again, we've done this a lot of times. When we do the best of singles battles, it usually consists of round 1 through 3. The winners of each one of those rounds move on to round 4, where round 4 is basically out of these 3 winners, one of them's got to go because the finals will consist of 2, right? So that's the hard part about it. It's very, oh wait, what? Like it's definitely a fuck you. It's definitely a reverse.
You made it.
Like,
You
like 4 or some shit. Like what the fuck? But we do that again to now comes even the harder decision because this when you thought it was easy. Like we picked the hard ones. Like now. Out of the 3 best ones, who's not going on? And you're like, what the fuck? And again, I kind of assumed Face was gonna get on, and he didn't. And again, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, which is crazy. When you think about it, it's crazy.
When you say it out loud.
But I also understood why people wanted Trife Life versus Scarface and not PE. Because there's a different angle and a different thing behind it. So
yeah, so many different artists we're gonna bring to the table when it comes to this topic. So many different songs. And some of your favorite artists that we've talked about. With other songs, probably. Like I said, it's definitely, like I said, a variety of different people that shine in this particular topic.
We've already got 2 of Kool, like Kool G, the last one and this one, right?
Kool G repping on both battles.
Yeah, both. Okay, okay. Yeah.
Wait, what's
I'm
that?
not saying that. I just want to try to remember. Okay.
I don't think he was on the last one.
Yes,
I think,
he was. He was on. He just didn't make it.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't on it. He wasn't on it. He was in another episode where we talked about.
Oh. That's what it was. So
yeah. Again,
all right.
I'm not going to mention who was involved.
No. I'm glad you said that.
No. You said look at I want the people to tune in. Yeah, if you guys think Kool G represents, you don't believe us, go check it out for yourself. See if we were wrong or right.
yeah, Brother on the Run, right?
Again, Volume 1 very dope though. Like I said, it's still doing pretty good as far as numbers are concerned. So make sure you check it out. It's up on YouTube right now. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, as you see, it's spelled right here between all of us. You know what I'm saying? One word when you're looking it up on all your favorite search engines. And again, you'll find us wherever you're looking for us. You know what I'm saying? Follow here at our handles. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost positive this is the same Cash App, you know what I'm saying, addresses they use as well. Make sure, please feel free to tip your the digital bartender. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, we over 1,000 now. We don't need to ask that no more.
Listen, I'm all about digital panhandling. Yeah, I'm all about digital panhandling.
Digital panhandling.
I'm all for it. No squeegee involved, you know what I'm saying? Just straight. Wow. You just add. All you gotta do is add a little cash sign in front of this right here, and tip your digital bartender. Is all I'm saying. We will. Again, for editing purposes, we're gonna wrap things up right now. We'll see you guys next Monday night. Like I said, we enjoy doing this for you guys, with you guys, for you guys every Monday night. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Stay tuned. Again, we have more dissection episodes coming, more singles battles, and of course, production and favorite crew artists, rap battles, all of that stuff. It's been a crazy 2025, and we still got more and more to keep giving you guys. So we'll see you guys next Monday. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.